So President Stivers and I wanted to welcome another guest to the stage. As all of you know, grants are not easy to obtain and they're not easy to apply for. And without the help of President Stivers and the others in the Kentucky legislature and our special guest that we're going to invite to the podium right now, the EDA grant would not have been possible. So I'd like to invite Joe Kraft and Jane Brady Knight to the stage, and they are, of course, were partners to make sure this grant would be possible. And I think that Mr. Kraft's going to have a few words for us.
This is a tremendous day and a tremendous opportunity for our region. You all care about Eastern Kentucky. You're here, you've supported SOAR since its beginning. Gene, with your leadership, it's amazing how time flies when you're having fun, right? But this announcement today, I think, is another catalyst for opportunity for Eastern Kentucky. So I'm so grateful for my daughter who's leading our foundation. And with her help, we looked at this opportunity when Colby came to us and said, we need some help to get matching funds for this project. So our foundation is primarily focused on the American dream and trying to help those people that want to help themselves. We want to help them achieve their dream so that they can make a difference in this world. Our focus really goes to Kentucky, really beyond Eastern Kentucky. But Eastern Kentucky is a special place in my heart because I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for the solid individuals, the persistence, the people that influenced my life in Hazard, Kentucky. So my grandfather came to Hazard in the early 1900s. My dad was born in Hazard. I was born in Hazard. I lived in the same house from the day I was born until the day I graduated from college, and I was told it's time to leave the nest. As we started thinking about, going back to the time when I did leave the nest, I went to UK Law School thinking I was going to be a tax accountant, and then the energy crisis occurred. And what we saw after a decade of my formative years of having the War on Poverty, Lyndon Johnson, federal money coming to our region to try to make a difference from a coal decline that occurred from 1958 to 1962, and tremendous challenges, and I lived through that. And I saw a lot of money coming into our region, but what I really saw that changed the region were jobs. And when we had the energy crisis and jobs and opportunities presented itself, all of a sudden anybody that wanted to work had an opportunity to succeed. And we rode that for basically 40 years until you heard it today when SOAR was announced, and all of a sudden the main employers of this region, being the coal industry, were slowly, those jobs were going away. So this organization was started to find opportunities. Again, our foundation is driven basically for economic development, jobs, because I believe that there is dignity in work. I believe that there is a responsibility, self-reliance, and we shouldn't be dependent. In all those formative years when there were people coming and saying that we had to be dependent as opposed to being resilient and being self-reliant, I just had people in my life that said you have to do that. And so that's what we are living, and that's what we are trying to do. And we have looked at multiple ways that we could utilize the gifts that I've been blessed with, that I plan to give back to create opportunities for others. And when this opportunity came, it just looks like this is a catalyst that is going to be the opportunity that we can have the same job creation potential like we did with the coal industry. Now, it's a little different in the sense that we're going to have to make that happen. And the nice thing about this opportunity and this grant is it's going to involve everybody in this community to come together to make it work. And the reason we were successful in getting this grant, in my opinion, is because we had more than 30 employers that are committed to this region that stepped up and said, I'm going to be committed to make this program work. We're not going to allow this to just be money spent. This is an investment, and we're going to get results. We're going to have high standards, and this is an opportunity for anybody that wants a job to have a job. We heard what the goal was, is to lift people that are out of work into the workforce. But in order to do that, we need a talent pipeline to get people to provide opportunities, to provide the work, to provide the workforce that we need so that we can attract. So just like it was when I got recruited to come into the coal business, because we had 2 generations of lost job opportunities, and so they were just going to get anybody that had a desire to work to have an opportunity. And I think this is what we're going to have the opportunity to do. So Colby's got a huge job, but he's got great folks. Jane Brady and I, with our philanthropy, we are committed. We've got a young lady sitting in the audience, Ella, that has decided to come work for us primarily. I don't know if I did something there, so that we can be assistant to Colby and his staff. If there's ways we can help them achieve their goals, they're going to have their own people that'll have full-time jobs. But if there's any way we can help to get these results, we're going to do it. But it really is going to take everybody to make this happen. And again, I want to stress that we are going to need people, and we're going to need them soon. So we've been working on talent pipelines. We spent several hours yesterday, I believe, with UPike. We've been talking to Morehead State. We've been talking to Alice Lloyd. We've been talking to the University of Cumberland's. And we're trying to also reach down into the high schools to let these young people know that there are going to be opportunities. We're talking to the technical schools. So we are engaged in trying to create jobs and opportunities in every corner that we can in Eastern Kentucky. It's going to take all of us. I come here, and they asked me to talk. I was like a little head, why would you want me to talk? And they said, well, you got to let these people know our work is just starting. It's great to have a celebration, but it's great to have this opportunity. But our day one, I just asked Colby, how you feeling? Because you got a big job ahead of you. But it's an awesome opportunity. And I know when he looks back 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, he's going to look back like I've done over my career, and you see the impact you can make. And this is an amazing opportunity. And for everyone that wants to help, please, please, please volunteer. Come to Colby and say, what can I do to help? Because it is going to take a full community to make this thing work. But we're all committed to make it happen. And it wouldn't happen if it was just one agency or one group, because we've got, like I said, at least 30 that started. That 30 is going to need to be 45. That 45 is going to need to be 60. And this is a program that's going to live for decades. That's why I've got young people in my philanthropy, because I'm not exactly in that category, but hopefully I'll be around enough to see all these seeds that are planted and start seeing the growth that's going to come out. So a year from now, we'll have a measurement, and we'll see how we're doing. But 5 years from now, we're going to look back and have another celebration and see what great work you all in this room are going to do to help make this program be successful. So we're blessed to be able to participate. We're honored to be part of this. You know, we're committed to what we can do to make this thing be successful. So thank you all very much for your support, and please join in the celebration because this is a great day for Eastern Kentucky. Thank you all.